So one of the ways in meditation that we can orient a little more towards the absolute is using the practices. This group has done the I am not practice, those reciting I'm not my appearance, I'm not my body, etc. And that can be really helpful to orienting us towards the unconditioned, towards the absence. We're deconstructing, we're taking away the labels that are supporting the sense of me. And we can do this during meditation. You're meditating and you have some memory come up that's pulling your attention away from the meditation. And you can silently repeat, I'm not these memories. And that can help create some distance, some space to where you're not sucked into the memory. You can hold it with some distance. Let it be there, but not be, again, dragged into it. And this is true for all of these emotions, memories, all of that, and identity. And the other practice when we're practicing, particularly with like shikantaza, that we can do the I am practice, which I think this group has done also. And that's really an orienting towards the presence and love. That's the manifest functioning of the absolute. So in that one, we start from in the heart area. We do the sequence of the chakras, as I always do. And then we're in the heart, touching into innate goodness, for example. And then we can start to get in touch with an amness, that when the innate goodness or the other heart quality of the absolute is present, we can really be this kind of generativeness that the absolute functioning in a manifest way has. And by orienting towards am, we can start with I am, but we want to drop the I as soon as it's practically possible and just stay with the am. And that will orient us towards the presence and love side. So if we're feeling that we need a little more of one or the other, this is one of the ways we can sort of add some more ingredients to our recipe of meditation. And this doesn't mean that we want to constantly tinker and be strategizing, but it's when you find yourself feeling kind of lopsided or you're tilting a bit, then this is a way you can come back more towards the center, more towards a righting of yourself. So just keep it in mind as part of the tools of meditation. That's really a lot of what I want to do is help folks collect enough tools of meditation that there can be a learning and a skillfulness in what to apply and when, and what technique to practice. For example, it's a great time to practice the Brahma Viharas when we're really struggling in life, when we're really having a hard time, or there's difficult issues coming up, we have strained relationships. Those are great opportunities for the Brahma Viharas. And also things like concentration meditation, like the breath awareness practice, is wonderful when we're feeling scattered, we're feeling dispersed in a way that we'd like to feel more unified, more cohesive. Then being with the breath in that way does unify the mind, unifies awareness, so we can feel more collected in some direction or other. And doing practices like shikantaza, which is one that's opening to the absolute, opening awareness. And so we follow the sequence, the steps of that, to open and abide in that open awareness of the absolute. And so this is part of the skillfulness. I generally recommend people that they commit to a particular practice for a period of time, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, a month, but to say, I'm going to do this practice for this period of time. And that's part of the discipline and rigor of a practice. If we go to sit down and we say we're going to do innate goodness and we get there and we're not quite making contact, then I'm going to do this other meditation. That doesn't quite work. Let me do this one. That doesn't quite work. So we're constantly flopping. We're not deep diving. And that's the rigor and discipline part that's really important to develop and maintain also. So just be clear what you want to practice, what you're going to be practicing, and try to stay with it for the time period you've committed. And then you can change to whatever feels the most appropriate or the right remedy for what's happening in your life. Hopefully that makes sense. And this is why I try to introduce different kinds of meditation, so you can see these are tools. These are approaches we can have to the various pulls of human life.